Hello, Jenna again. So this video for leaky gut, we're going to talk about the healing process and exactly what are the essentials. So there is a method to the madness, and I have seen it all with the clients that have came into my practice and that I have worked with one-on-one. And something I really want to break down for everyone right up front is there is a method to the madness. Really, I'm going to go over the common mistakes that I see very often. So the first common mistake, you're Googling or you're researching or whatever it is, and you say, yep, that supplement, I need it. That supplement heals my gut. Perfect. Game over. I have the silver bullet of what is going to make it all better. There's never a silver bullet. I hate to tell you, I hate to break it to you. There's got to be work. But within my practice, I have clients that will come in with bags full of supplements and notebooks that thick of testing and doctors and specialties and all of the drama that they've gone through trying to get answers and trying to repair their body. And with the supplements, yeah, supplements are very beneficial, and I will go down an entire different video on supplements, breaking down my thoughts and whys nots and all that good stuff. But there is a time and a place for supplements. Okay, so you can't just take a supplement, and if the body is not in a receptive state, in a repairing state, in a state that is able to accept those supplements, expect that supplement to work. So there is a time and place where the supplement is going to be most beneficial and utilized. And like I said, I'm not even breaking down the supplement brands or the active ingredients in the supplements, or if there's fillers inside the ingredients and what that can, how that can negatively impact a compromised system. I'm just going very overview of supplements in general. And then I have another 50% that will come in and they have changed their entire diet. They've done elimination diets, they've done the AIP diet, they've done the FABMOB diet, they have done the diets. If it's out there, they've done it. And sure, maybe it's worked for a few weeks and then it's gone, it's back. What happened? Why? And so why is it that you can go from feeling good on a diet to not feeling good? Wasn't it working? What happened? And there's a method to the madness with the diets too, and how to reintroduce or when to use the supplements with the diet. And there are very specific nutrients that are needed when you're looking at healing the GI. The first line of protocol that has to happen for repairing the GI is stopping the inflammation. So stop putting in whatever you're putting in that is causing and electing that stress response, that inflammatory response, that immune response. Because remember, that is stimulating your sympathetic nervous system that is keeping the body stressed. And that means it is not in the healing state, which is stimulated in the receptive state, the relaxed state, that the parasympathetic nervous system gives to the body. So the first things first, you have to switch over the body to align with the healing that you're doing. Other than, you are just constantly fighting against yourself. And it's frustrating. It's using up your time. It's using up your money and your energy. Be done with it. So you take out what's causing the inflammation. You take out the stressors. And then you have to give the body the raw material it needs to do the work. And so the supplement at this point is very specific. The active ingredient in the supplement needs to be very specific. One example, you need zinc to heal. You need it for all of your healing mechanisms through all of your body. Eyes, skin, gut, organs, mucosal linings, everything. Within a supplement, the zinc can be attached to different amino acids or different molecules, and that is going to dictate where in the body is going to be absorbed best. The zinc that I use majority for targeting the mucosal lining within the GI is a zinc carnitine. There are zincs that can be connected with other amino acids that will still target your GI, but just kind of be mindful of that not all zinc is going to target the healing of your mucosal lining or your GI lining. So not all zinc is created equal, or not all vitamin C is created equal. The next thing you need, no matter what, for GI healing is glutamine. You need glutamine. It is the all-encompassing. There's going to be no way around it. Any GI supplement that you see on the market, if it's targeting gut health, you're going to be able to flip it over, and it should be a high dosing. It should be, I use about 5 grams within my practice on a daily basis with my clients just for the first few months to give it the raw material it needs. And the body is designed or is capable of really repairing itself. It has all of the actions available to do so. But you have to align with it, meaning you have to give it the raw material it needs to do the work, and you have to align with the body's systems that are going to carry out that function. So as you're going through this process of healing, you can only imagine how many toxins are being worked with and how many toxins are going to be pushing out of the body, especially if you're working with a candida die-off, or if you're working on releasing fat cells. Toxins are stored in the fat cells during this time, or if you have other medications. And no matter what, in any of my programs, I start off with cleansing the liver. You want the liver healthy and happy and functioning at its most optimal range. You don't want that to be bogged down. And it's a night and day difference, especially for my clients that I've heard over and over again, for those who have tried to diet and tried to go through this process on their own and end up getting really sick within that first week, versus going through a protocol of doing a liver cleanse and body cleanse first to allow the rest of the repair and the healing to take place a lot smoother, and having all of the functions needed working optimally before it's being bogged down some more, before more stress is added to the body. And as cliche as it is, the goal is the less stress, the better. And that's internal stress and the external stress. You want all of that to stay as calm as possible for the body to stay in that receptive, that healing parasympathetic nervous system. And I know a lot of you are at this moment saying, well, skip this. I'll never have a day without stress. And I get it. I really, really do. And I'm not saying that you can't heal unless you get rid of all your stress. I'm just saying that look at all the different areas of stress that is going on internally and externally. And little bits add up. The little pieces can turn into a big cascade effect. And so when you can look at all those different factors and bring down and eliminate them as much as possible, it can take a huge burden off of the process of repairing your GI or any part of the body that you're working on, and really speed up the process. And really, it's really aligning with your body and with yourself. And the food, of course, is a huge part, because that is what's bringing in a lot of the invaders that are causing the stress response or the inflammatory response, or the immune response. But it's really not the only. You're going to look at your environment. Is there mold? Is there contaminants? Are you constantly breathing in paint at your work area? Really look at the environment area. And then really look at your water. Is it clean? Is it purified? Is it good? And how much are you drinking of it? You're also going to want to look at the supplements. Are there fillers? Are there additives? Are there synthetics? We think that they are amazing, but if we're doing high dosing of these, especially when you're in a repair process, we want to be using therapeutical dosing to make the process go from a 6-month process to a 5-week process. That means high dosing. And if you have fillers and additives and preservatives and synthetics within those supplements, well, your toxic load has just been increased. Your liver has now been bogged down some more, and those toxins are probably getting into your bloodstream with this same vicious cycle. So really take a look at that. We talk about the secondary ailments that come with leaky gut, and they're really unavoidable. And so what I gave you was just kind of the very bones basics of repairing the GI and what to look for outside of everything you've already Googled about how to repair your GI. But the next thing that you have to look at are how did your body manifest the secondary ailments? Because for majority of people, they're going to be different, and you're going to have to really look at your body personally for this. Are you digesting your foods? If not, if malabsorption is one of the side effects that you're having from leaky gut, you may really need to get on a enzyme, maybe some hydrochloric acid, maybe some bile salts. You're going to want to be supporting that system. If not, you're missing a lot of your nutrients, and you can take a step forward when you align with what your body needs. So are you breaking down your food? Are you malnourished? And then what supplements are going to be perfect for you to address that situation? The next thing is did it create a overgrowth? Like, so now do you have secondary infections? Are you getting yeast infections and respiratory infections? Are you getting candida overgrowth? These infections are going to have to be addressed to get into that healing of the GI. Again, the body's stressed. If the body's stressed, you're going to be working against yourself for a lot of the repair that you do, especially with candida. Candida, when it's overgrowth, will really grow roots and keep the leaky gut open. And there is a whole secondary protocol that I will go over with how to manage and get candida under control. So maybe you have to look at your secondary infections. How are you going to increase the immune system with that? How are you going to get your candida under control for that? You're also going to want to look at your microbiome in general. And how is that compromised? You may want to put in a supplement that helps stabilize the microbiome and the pH of it. You're going to definitely want to put in high dosing, large strands of probiotics. And then especially if you're not digesting your foods properly, add in a prebiotic. You don't want the probiotics just to leave like they're on vacation. You want them to set up residency. So you want to give them the food, which are the prebiotics that I will go over separately. But all of these can really help to align with what your body is going through that are related to leaky gut, to come right back to healing and repairing leaky gut. And so really listen to your body, write down those secondary ailments that you think are a cause to it. Is it insomnia? Is it anxiety? How are we going to do lifestyle changes to get some of those under control to stimulate the healing system? This is an entire process, and it is really beautiful when it all comes together. I have seen lives change and change and change for the better. But it does take looking at all of it. It's not going to take just looking at a supplement or just looking at a dietary change. There is a method to the madness, and that is where it comes into my specialty. So please give me your comments. Let me ask your questions to my Facebook group or visit my site, Innate Medical Nutrition or Freedom from Leaky Gut. And we can break down this method of madness a little deeper. I hope it helped. Thank you, everyone. I am so excited to share with you all of my tips and tricks and insights when it comes to leaky gut. So please subscribe and join our Freedom from Leaky Gut Facebook group to learn more.